Hi, I'm Bob Batcher, Executive Director of Prime Plus Senior Centers, and this is Prime Time with Bob. And I'm with boy, Barb, you and I have known each other for a long, long time in a bunch of different journeys. But today, I'm with Barbara Murphy. Now, I'm going to say with AARP, but that's not right. So
No,
do your first correction.
Okay. All right. It's AARP Foundation's Senior Community Service Employment Program.
Okay, now I've got my AARP card on my dresser getting ready for a trip so I can get all those discounts.
Right.
How do you tie into them?
Okay, AARP is divided into like 3 different sections. AARP itself, which does all the lobbying. AARP Foundation, which monitors, grant-funded programs such as CSEP. We're a grant-funded program. The foundation also has the tax aid program, that helps people do their taxes up until, I guess, April 15th, or is it delayed this year? I'm not sure. And they also have the legal aid department too. And then AARP also has their financial side, with the insurance.
So it's really broad-based.
Yes,
now,
it is.
When does AARP take over? At what age now?
Okay, membership in AARP itself is age 50 and older.
And you start getting then the magazine and all that.
Correct. Now eligibility for the CSEP program is 55 and over. And the eligibility, because we're grant funded, Department of Labor is the one that sets up the parameters for the people we can enroll. So they must be 55 and older and be within below income, which is within 125% of poverty level. But some income is excludable, like if a person has Social Security disability, that's excludable. Social Security itself, we only count 75%, but if they get a pension, we count 100% of that. SSI, if they're getting SSI or food stamps, that's excludable. So if people just have questions about what's includable or not, just give us a call.
If you don't have a job and you're over 55 and you're interested in getting a job, call you.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, like right now.
That was an easy interview.
I know. Call us. There is a lot of paperwork we do, but call us. We're doing a lot of it over the phone now. We used to do it in person, but because of COVID, we do most of it over the phone. People may need to come into our office just once to sign some paperwork. And what we do is we assign people to other nonprofit agencies. Most of our agencies are open again. Everybody is practicing safe measures, wearing masks, keeping the social distancing, all the sanitizing, all the agencies do that. If we don't have an agency for people immediately, what we can do, people can go into remote training where they attend about 4 classes a day. They get paid for 20 hours a week, and it is just minimum wage. And some people, owe minimum wage. Well, it gets you that foot in the door. It's easier, like our program is part-time and temporary. Our whole goal is to have you get a current work record, advance your skills, get good references, and then find either part-time or full-time permanent job.
My first experience with your program was back when I was with the city of Norfolk and I was running the Workforce Development Center.
Yes.
And it was me and one of your staff.
Yes.
And she's the one that got the whole office set up. And then you took her away as she got really a good job with EVMS, I think it was.
I think, yeah.
So that's kind of the idea, is that you're a stepping stone.
That is the idea, that they get a job, they gain, confidence in themselves. They have the current work record, additional skills, and then find a permanent job. Yes.
Now, what's really cool about that gal, she kept in touch with me and she's doing extremely well.
Yes, she is.
Probably a little older than 60 now.
Yeah. And she's doing well, and she's gotten promotions too, with the city. Yes.
So that's what the program is really about.
Yeah.
Now, here at Prime Plus, we rely very heavily on your staff.
Yeah.
And it's been exciting because we've had several that we've actually have hired. They've become part of our permanent staff.
Mhm. Yeah.
So that's really kind of the journey that they're on. But more importantly, as a nonprofit, I couldn't afford to hire all those people.
Right, exactly.
So it really helps us keep our organization afloat.
Right. And that's the purpose of the assignments. It's not to take the place of paid staff. It's like most nonprofits, as you just said, don't have the funds for, to operate efficiently. So our people can augment the staff. And, the people that we have, it's, housekeepers, custodians, food service workers. I have some people who do like who I know work in your adult daycare center, people who want to be CNAs or personal care assistants, clerical people, administrative assistants, it just runs the gamut, from one end to the other.
However, one of the things when I retired from the city, I was close to 65.
Mm-hmm.
And some people would say, why would you want to take on another career? Why don't you just kind of go out in the golf course or kick your feet up and watch HGTV all day?
Right.
I mean, but yeah, you've got people who are really going for new beginnings.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's like, some of the thinking about age is kind of left over from the 1940s. It's not who we are today. It's really not. I mean, people are healthier. People want to be active. They don't want to be retired for 30 years. They feel they can contribute.
Mm-hmm.
And, to me, that's just very exciting. I have people on the program. It starts at 55, but I have, I had one gentleman who is 80 years old and, he's doing groundskeeping work. He can do it. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. Maybe a 55-year-old couldn't, but this gentleman is in good health, good condition. He likes being outdoors. He does a great job.
Now, when COVID first hit, you and I had a PrimeTime with Bob together.
Yes.
And you were in your dining room and I was at home because we were working remotely. Now,
Right.
I'm assuming you're not in your dining room anymore or you're
No, I'm
totally
not.
remodeled.
I'm back in the office. We came back November 16th. So we've been back. And slowly, all of our agencies, of course, were not. But they're slowly, I just got a call from another agency last week that they're open again too. But, what we were doing was assigning them to the agencies that were open and then putting others in the remote training. And some of this remote training, is just really, really good. It's offered by, like project directors like myself, we hold them. But there are about maybe 80 project directors across the United States. So, they're held Monday through Thursday and for 4 hours a day. So people, get the 20 hours.
Now, what kind of training are you offering?
Okay, things like networking skills, mostly on how to find a job, career planning, dealing with conflict, creating an action plan, easy steps to finding a job, what's your first step, looking at job descriptions. And some of the other training we also offer for, say, people with, say, clerical people who need to really advance their skills. We've AARP's contract with the foundation's contracted with 2 other companies, so the clerical people can get more advanced Word, access Excel, PowerPoint skills too, and all of that we offer free. And we also use other links too, like we in the beginning had a lot of people who did not even know how to use their cell phones that, have now learned that, hey, you can apply for a job on your cell phone. Everybody has to have an email address. That's how stuff is communicated now. So, we're training people on that, people who've never done it before, we're trying to train them. I had some other participants who were helping them while we were, at home.
That's really helpful because I think some of these become artificial barriers because they don't want to take the next step. Oh, right. I don't know how to use the computer.
Right.
So I'm not even going to try. Well, maybe
Right.
by trying, you can
Right.
coach them through, right?
Yeah, and it's not just a computer, so much stuff can just be done on your cell phone nowadays, and, I am someone who, yeah, I did not grow up with this.
Well, I was going to tell on you because you've come a long way on Zoom yourself.
So learning this stuff myself, so I can commiserate with them, because I didn't either. And it's like, I tease and say, well, you can ask your children. Sometimes your children aren't the best. They may not have the patience. So,
You must have heard me talk to my stepmother.
Yeah, yeah, like one of my sons. But I told you that before. Well, yeah, once, and you expect me to, remember. You grew up with it. I didn't. So
what's your biggest challenge? Is it to find possible employers or for participants?
Participants right now.
Really? So our big plea is
if you are looking for a job, that offers additional training, that foot in the door, please give us a call. That is what we need. We have openings now for 60 people. So we can hire, like what we enrolled, I guess, 14 or 15 people in March. We're looking to enroll at least 25 to 30 people onto our program in April.
Wow. So if you're 55 or over and don't have a job and you're wanting to work, give you a call.
Right.
625-7001. I know
Correct.
that. I know that number by heart.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you know of someone who is
Right.
55 and above,
Right.
who really needs to work.
Yes.
And wants to work, give you a holler.
Yeah, to let people know, like it's like we appeal to, young people, your parents, your grandparents, just anybody in your community, people, your churches, synagogues, mosques, wherever you go, just let people know that, we have openings for people 55 and older.
Well, I did groundskeeping yesterday, and I don't think I succeeded with my wife, so I won't apply for that. Okay. Barb, I want to say thank you, and not just for the service you're providing seniors through workforce, but you've been chairman for the Mayor's Commission on Long-Term Aging.
Yeah.
And you've done a wonderful job, and you're going to be stepping aside because you've been doing such a wonderful job for so long. And I want to give you a huge thank you for that service to the community.
You're welcome.
In really making sure that seniors appreciate the fact that they've got value, but also that our council appreciates it too.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bob. I've enjoyed it. I'll still attend the meetings,
Okay. And I'm looking forward to your phone call next week saying, you need any positions? Because I got people. That's what this is really all about.
Oh, good. Yes. And I hope to have people. So yes, please give us a call. Again, 757-625-7001. Thanks so much, Bob.
Thanks, Barbara. And keep in mind, stay safe and stay connected. Thanks a lot.
Okay.